Alright guys, welcome back here to Kings of the Storm 5. I am Solid Jake.
And I'm Kubi.
And we're just about ready here. Now the players, they've had their break.
Yes.
The lobby is mostly,
we're
done.
getting it ironed out here, yeah.
Almost there. 9 out of 10 players. That's pretty good. Or 8 out of 10. 8, yes. Yes.
All right, we got that, yeah. Alright, so map. Dragonshire. Durganshire. Dargan. Darganshire.
Dargan. It's like trying to cast a spell in Harry Potter land.
Your reference is lost upon me. God.
Rip K1 Pro has been ripped. I was on his way back here. So we're going to get to the lobby rolling here. This is the loser finals of Kings of the Storm 5.
Yes.
And, yeah, well, you know, at this point in time, it's do or die. Loser finals means
really
this
is.
is the end. It's going to be a best of 3. And it looks like the lobby has started. All the players on the right teams. And like you said,
Dragonshire. Yeah, so I think we can start with the draft here. I think both teams are ready.
Are they? Are they? We're going to find out. Kubi's going to give them the ready when you are, boys. And I'm going to get things rolling here. All right, well, Cloud9 versus Barrel Boys. Loser finals, like we said here. The winner will advance to face Tempo Storm, but this is a best of 3 series. Now, Kubi, while we wait for this draft to begin, why don't we talk about the grand finals?
Let's talk about the grand finals a little bit. So, typically, I think in the previous Kings of the Storm monthly, that was Kings of the Storm 4, I think a 1-0 advantage was given to the team that advanced through the winner's bracket into the grand finals. This time, we're changing things up a little bit. We're doing it a little more traditional double elim bracket style, so there's still going to be 2 out of 3 sets. But the winner of this that goes on to play against Tempo Storm, if they manage to beat Tempo Storm, in a 2 out of 3 set, then they will reset the bracket and they have to play another 2 out of 3 set to take the victory over, for the whole tournament.
Meaning, Tempo Storm only has to win 2 games. If Tempo Storm wins the best of 3, it's over. But if the challenging team coming from the loser's bracket happens to win, resets, and it's a new best of 3.
And the reason that these bracket is designed like this, it's just to make sure that the proper advantage is given to the team that hasn't lost yet.
Right. They haven't lost a series yet, so this way they're allowed to lose a series, and then it's on even footing.
Exactly.
So that's what will happen for the grand finals, but this is the loser finals, and it looks like second pick is decided here for Cloud9, and while we explained that, well, the draft did begin. First ban came out for Barrel Boys, and that was on Tychus, and the response was a ban on Stitches.
Okay, so there it is. Once again, we're looking at that situation where you ban out that really strong DPS hero first so that you can force the other team to either ban Stitches or give you first pick Stitches. We've seen that time and time again. The first pick, first ban, they're playing to that advantage. We almost never see Stitches banned first. For good reason, you get a pretty good advantage when you get that first pick.
Yeah, it's very true. And while we see that Tassadar was the first pick here for Barrel Boys, and it's a follow-up of Vala Witch Doctor. Both teams really going for the picks on the damage dealers early. Both Cloud9 teams, they really value Witch Doctor.
And for good reason. Yeah, I mean, he does work. If you build the right team comp around him, you think about the ways that they're going to counter and how you can counter that just to make sure that he's protected. You get the appropriate peel for him. He will win you team fights. And hands down.
But Kerrigan and Hammer, I mean, this is your girl.
Yes, okay. I mean, I've been waiting for this all day. We're on Dragonshire. Play Hammer. It's pretty good. Trust me, guys. And the reason I say that, of course, is because she has very good siege control over those shrines. Like the big name of the game on this map is you're not even really going to see that many big team fights prior to level 10. It's going to be a lot about your lane control, how well you can keep that territory on the bottom and the top shrine. If you throw Hammer into the bottom lane, and the top lane works as well too. If you throw her in there, you get those mines. She can stack up to 9 mines for a short amount of time. That's a lot of damage if you walk into that bush and you can't see it until you walk into that area. So it's a really nice way just to siege up that territory. Make sure that your team has control of those shrines for a really long time. So it looks as though Barrel Boys is going to be playing to that strategy, I'm sure. And they will probably be running some kind of like a 1-1-3 type of lane situation where they are going to load up that lane that has Hammer in it and keep control of that shrine.
Well, we see Arthas and Uther now. They don't want to allow Kerrigan Arthas to be a thing, so they make sure they grab him right there and pick up Uther as well. Those are 2 heroes that synergize incredibly well with Kerrigan, and I think they work great on their own too. So just grabbing them there for Cloud9, that's a huge front line that gives you a lot of appeal for both your Vala and your Nazebo, and I think that's a great choice.
Absolutely. Yeah, so I would imagine here that Barrel Boys is I mean, they've got their damage on lockdown here. They're already all set. They got the Kerrigan, Hammer, and Tassadar. We're going to see them pick up their warrior, pick up their support here. Likely to be Brightwing, I would imagine, for their support. I can't imagine.
Malf works well on this map.
Yeah, that's true. Also Witch Doctor.
Yes, I mean
possibility for a counter there.
You have that. You already have the Primal Grass pull in. You can pull them into the roots. In that bottom shrine, there's just those the entrance to the shrine is actually perfectly zoned out by the roots as well. So I really do enjoy seeing Malfurion on this map, but we're going to see what it comes down to, because like you said, they have Tassadar, and going Tass Malf is like a lot of sustain combined. Brightwing works for sure, and it just comes down to preference, because Bribe also amazingly powerful on this map.
It's very good. It's very good. All right, so I mean it's very likely that we'll be seeing Witch Doctor. I'm sorry, not Witch Doctor. Brightwing as the pickup there for their support. What kind of warrior? Arthas is off the table. Stitches is off the table. What do you think they're going to go for their warrior role here?
I mean, Judgment, it makes a lot of sense with Kerrigan. They can just go on to that target with Judgment, and then Kerrigan can line up the combo.
Sure.
If they're in position to do that. But Tyrael seems likely at the same time Murden works and ETC works. It's going to be one of the three. I know I'm covering all the bases right there. But, like the differences being is like ETC provides that threat of the dance. ETC provides the threat of dashing forward and then knocking someone back, and then the Kerrigan comboing them. And, well, ETC and Malf.
Yeah, Malf. You were talking up that Malf on this map, and we're going to get to see it.
Yep.
That's fun stuff. Yeah, like you said, that's going to be pretty scary roaming compass in any combination of Kerrigan, ETC, and Malf there, if they so choose to do that. Of course, you always have the option to have Hammer really solidly pushing out that bottom lane if that's where they choose to siege up, etc. So I like that. Okay, so we already have the support and the tank. They're probably going to pick up an extra set of damage here, but who is the big question?
They already have a lot of damage. They can actually do whatever they want at this point with their draft. Having Nazibel and Vala is like plenty, so they can go for the double front line. If they want to get aggressive, they can throw Tyrael in the mix and have the pseudo off tank. At the same time, I mean, who's left on this roster still? I mean, Thrall. He's a frontliner. They can grab him.
Yep.
Thinking about it right now, I mean, I like the idea of Thrall because it's like disruption, and really, dance is going to be annoying. But we could even see stage dive here. Honestly, there's no clear, like, correct pick because of how balanced their team is right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And we do see that Falstad pickup was the final one there.
We haven't seen much of him at all today.
Yeah, Falstad was picked up a bunch earlier.
Well,
actually, no, that was last night.
That was last night.
Yeah,
we saw a lot of Mighty Ducks last night, and
I mean, that's absolutely not going to be necessary here. There's nothing that's
no. They're not worried
really
about Strafe because that's on their team. They're not worried about Ravenous because that's on their team.
Yeah. So we're looking at a situation they're just looking for that extra burst damage. Sort of seems to be going by the wayside. Falstad used to be a really big pickup just for that burst, combo potential. Not as popular as it used to be. I mean, I'm sure that the beta change, losing rewind, that does sort of change his playstyle a little bit, but. It's always cool to see people picking up Falstad. The builds vary quite a bit from player to player. And we'll be keeping an eye on that and letting you guys know perhaps why they chose what they did. So,
well, guys, the game is almost ready here. We're going to tell the players that we are ready to roll. Good luck. Have fun. Kubi's all business.
Yes.
I'm going to say GLHF.
Oh.
Now he sends up the GLHF. Getting ready here for game one. Now, this is, once again, going to be on Dragonshire. Best of 3 series. Winning team advances to the grand finals of Kings of Storm 5.
Yes.
And first and second place are the only 2 teams that make any money at all from this tournament. So this is for money.
This is for the money.
Yep.
It's for that cash money. All right.
Vortex says, we're ready. Barrel Boys, are you ready?
Nope. They're not ready. Clearly, they're not ready. Yeah. Yeah. So Dragonshire. Oh, what are you doing now with these bobbleheads?
I'm entertaining the stream because the teams are not going to play the games. Look at these toys.
BlizzCon, fun toys from BlizzCon.
Fun toys, guys. I hope you're excited. Once again, hop onto the social media life. Go to Twitter. Go to Facebook and talk about.
What was that?
Do people promote esports on Facebook?
Jeez.
Is that a thing?
Facebook?
Is that a thing? We're getting going here, guys. Game 1 here between Barrel Boys and Vortex. Finally underway.
Jake's like, good, I don't have to talk about Facebook anymore. Distractions.
Space sports?
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
I was like, what are their social
Barrel
networks that
Boys.
are relevant? Barrel Boys, you're the worst. You're actually.
I'm just making up for the terrible puns you thrown at me earlier today.
Goodness.
It's only fair.
I suppose that's right. Kubi, did I even set up the overlay?
What have you been doing?
Watching video games?
Oh, all right. While you're doing that, I guess I can introduce these teams here. For Cloud9 Vortex, we have Rarjar on Nazeebo, C9 Sheth on Uther, Bobby Hankill is going to be playing Arthas, K1 Pro on Falstad, and iDream's going to be playing Vala. And on the other side, we have for Barrel Boys, McIntyre on Kerrigan, Fan's going to be playing Tassadar, Trummel on Sergeant Hammer, Curse Fury rocking the ETC, and Blinks is going to be rounding it out on Malfurion.
Such overlay, many life. The game is underway here, guys, and good luck, have fun to both of these teams as they compete here for this grand final spot.
Yes.
Kubi, in the draft, I mean, who do you like better? What do you like better? We got like a more, I guess, traditional draft on the left.
Yeah, for Vortex here. But, I mean, I've been really liking the ETC play lately. There we go. And, hey, they picked up Hammer? How can I deny that? I love it.
Master Skin Mouth, that's your favorite version of the skin, too?
It is.
But
it's a good color, too.
Yeah.
Jake hates this color.
I like it with my tiger, but he's riding a little brony.
So, all right, they have Kerrigan. Immediately that points, from what I'm thinking, aggression. How are they going to be rotating? That's what I'm going to be paying attention to this early game. She has the Envenom. She has, you know, all the tools to really put a lot of pressure on if she's rotating between the lanes. So it's a lot of it's going to come down to how does Vortex deal with that? How do they respond to it? Trummel's already trying to set up to try to get that position in the lane. But if you have people rotating, you don't really have the backup that you'd be expecting to have in this lane. So yeah, the mines are nice, but that's not going to zone out 3 people from staying in that lane or on that shrine.
We have the rotation again. What they do every single time is they just clean up that middle wave and they come on down to this bottom lane and they just clean up this wave as well. That root goes down. Is Kerrigan in position to capitalize on that? No, she is not. That would have been pretty much a guaranteed kill, even with Uther there. But of course, McIntyre not in position for that opportunity.
Yeah. Seen a little scuffle here. 4-person rotation. I mean, these two bottom lanes, or mid and bottom lanes, are very close to each other. So this is why you see these rotations so very often. Plus, teams really want to make sure that they have control of the bottom area of the map. That's where the most impactful mercenary camps are. So we're going to see them pressing on that advantage there. And so we see Vortex has control of both of these shrines here. They don't have enough of a presence in mid, but if Fan gets blown up here, it's going to be a big deal. They will get control of this Dragonite. Fan has to be very, very careful.
Now, they do happen to cap that bottom tower, and in the process, they killed Arthas. Actually, Arthas was killed right here. So they pick up a kill, and they cap this watchtower, making sure that they will not lose the Dragonite. Nicely done. They had 3 members there, so focused on making sure they could cap that Dragonite that they lost it in the process. We see Red has picked up this shrine. No, it's not going to be capped here. It's going to change hands once again.
Sure. Yep.
And, you know, the game's going to kind of stabilize here. 1 kill on the board, and we can talk about the level 4 talents.
Yeah, I'm seeing that double healing ward was picked up for Barrel Boys here. How do you feel about that? Is that overkill? Is it really necessary to go double healing ward? What do you think?
I mean, wow, Falstad, that's 2 kills to none here in favor of Barrel Boys. Now, talking about the double healing ward, you know, Protective Shield, I would have preferred to see
iDream gets caught by that root. Let's go.
That's 3-0. They're just kind of pushing on forward. Rolling their way on ahead here in this game.
Vortex a little bit rusty. They haven't played for about an hour or so they got to get back into the swing of things.
It's true. But yeah, I don't know. I prefer seeing more, you know, burst sustain. But in the end, Healing Ward has much more potential for overall sustain.
Yeah.
So as a talent, it does not stack. So
right.
Healing Ward, you can't get 6% healing per second. It's the 1%, but you can spread them out and you can stagger them.
Yep.
So there's a lot of, you know, I think it'll probably be the better option in the end. Especially when you look at the amount of, you know, just AoE damage available on the enemy team.
Yeah. Especially Nazeebo with that Ravenous Spirit. So you'll have the Tranquility, and you'll always pretty much have a healing ward up during that fight, so not a bad idea. And Barrel Boys is actually able to take enough map control to get this first Dragonite about 3.5 minutes into the game.
A very early Dragonite. They hit level 7 as well, so this is, you know, a really nice position for them. Now, of course, Vortex is not far away from level 7 either. They'll be getting that in just a few moments, but we can see that Static Charge opting for a very aggressive Tassadar. And battle momentum on Kerrigan, pretty standard picks across the board.
Yeah, actually, well, the Enduring Growth is surprisingly not that standard. No, he is the only healer, and I say that lightly just sort of because Tassadar is not really a healer, even though he is classified as support. But Enduring Regrowth is just not typically would have been what we've seen.
You're right. You're right. It's definitely kind of fallen off. Back in the day, it's all we would see. But as it stands, I mean, we see stuff like Elun's Grace and Mule sometimes picked up at that talent tier. But hey, you know what? The additional healing on that should help them out.
Does that mean he's going silence?
It actually could. If they have double healing ward, and if they decide they want to go
that's what I'm thinking
Twilight
now.
Dream instead of Tranquility, we could see Enduring Growth with Life Seed picked up later. Life Seed not required.
That's why I'm thinking that this could be a possibility. I mean, you see this oftentimes with Brightwing. Yeah, Rajar's in a little bit of
bad
trouble.
spot, but
nice zombie wall.
Yep.
So anytime we're sort of examining what type of build Brightwing is going, we're looking at, does she grab Protective Shield? Does she get Gust of Healing? And then from that, we can sort of tell, okay, she's definitely going to go Blink Heal. She's definitely going to go Emerald Wind based on whatever she grabs and what the rest of her team comp looks like. I'm trying to apply the same logic here. It's really rare to see the silence.
Well, we're about to find out here.
Yes,
Level
we
10
are.
has been achieved, and there is the Trank.
Super heal, boys. Here we go.
Yeah, for hyper sustainability.
Yeah, that is going to be a lot of sustain, considering that double healing ward that we were talking about, the Tranquility, the Enduring Growth. That's a lot of heal. So we'll have to look forward to see how that. I mean, I can understand why they're doing it. They're really just trying to. That's their method for countering the Ravenous Spirit.
Yeah, they're just going to heal through it, honestly. And it'll, it's honestly one of the most successful counters we've seen. Instead of actually disrupting the Ravenous, just heal through it.
Right.
And it works out quite well. Now, we see the Mule has been picked up here at level 7. That's just going to be Nazebo grabbing that. It's become a very common pick for Nazebo players in general.
I mean, Gitben's nice at level 7. It's just a slight boost up for your other abilities.
More damage,
yeah. It's more damage, more sustain. I think your zombie walls stay up longer, etc. Just a little nice boost for your basic abilities. But I can understand grabbing
so much damage here though in level 10. These heroics.
Yeah, we have Hinterland's Blast, we have Strafe, we have Ravenous Spirit. It's
like the maximum amount of damage output possible for those 3 heroes. And we
Arthas already popped Army of the Dead. He's in a really, really bad spot here. K1 Pro is trying to get in there to get him out in the slow, but the pull from Kerrigan there, the Primal Grasp, was enough to kill him, and K1 Pro is now finding himself in a bit of trouble.
Yep, he's able to just dash on out of there, but this is giving complete control in the center of the map. 1 member down, Shrine spawning in 2 seconds, and we see they're making their way down to both Shrines. Top Shrine easily going to be picked up here by Barrel Boys. Bottom Shrine, they're putting the aggression on.
Yeah, Barrel Boys is looking really good right now. The way that they're sort of handling the map control, they're catching members of Vortex just out of position here and there, and it's adding up. They have 4 kills to nothing, and they've already picked themselves up a Dragon Knight. Trumbull's been keeping himself, in a little bit of trouble here and there, but he's been holding that bottom shrine nicely, and
he has no fear. He has no fear.
Why should he? Look at him. He's a battle tank.
That skin is so beautiful.
Love it.
Well, top shrine being held nicely here, level 12 to 11. Almost a 2-level lead right now for Barrel Boys.
Yeah, it's getting close.
And as they hit 13, I mean, it's going to really look good for them at that point. Opting to go grab their bruisers right now, just carrying them out, this little farm squad, if you will.
Sure, yeah, I mean, it's either going to come, no Dragon Knight's going to be taken until we see either a rotation from Barrel Boys, or maybe perhaps if they get a kill on Trumbull here, they can walk away from the bottom shrine and try to go up and secure the top one. Doesn't look like either of those things are going to be happening anytime soon, so...
this is actually the maximum heal Malfurion style you can do. I mean, his numbers, he's already at 9k. It's like, I mean, actually, Uther's keeping up. But still, I mean, it's actually going to get ridiculous from here on out, and he hasn't used Tranquility yet, of course, so that's when things start to get a bit ridiculous.
Full heal boys.
Full heal boys, indeed.
Yeah. Let's look at some of those. Yeah, I know, as you just pull it down. Pull that back up. Let's talk about some of these other talents that were grabbed. We do have the Bullhead Mines. That's the knockback on those mines for Sergeant Hammer. That's some really nice just ways to like protect your team moving forward. We do have that Shrink Ray. Trouble's in a better position.
Oh, Ravenous is used as well. There's no heal available. The Hinterland Blast will secure that kill, but 2 Heroics were used to pick up that kill. Actually, 3 Divine Storm used as well. So that's 3 Heroics that are in cooldown. So although they're down a member, they're going to be, that talent tier is going to be negated. There it is. 13 is hit. So they get Sprint, Ravenous, Giant Killer, and the increased damage here on the multi-shot.
Yeah, that kind of did seem like a little bit of overkill just to get the kill on Trumbull there. I mean, that is nice, but as soon as Trumbull's back up, the cooldown on those Heroics is a lot longer than the death timer for Hammer. So something to think about at this. I mean, perhaps when Hammer gets back up, they might get aggressive. It's certainly an option.
They should. They should. I mean, 4 Heroics are on cooldown right now. Look at this.
Yeah.
And all 5 Heroics are available. So if they want to get cheeky and try to get a Dragon Knight, this is the time to do it, and they know that.
Yeah, and we can see that the rotation is coming down. iDream could be in a little bit of trouble here.
Oh no, he's able to tumble forward, but Kerrigan leaps on in nice dodge there. We don't actually see the rewind coming down. Strafe will be used. So that's the 5th Heroic being used right now, and seems a bit silly. Okay, vaulting on out. Now this does give them control of this bottom shrine, and I mean, what do they try to do? The top shrine being held right now by Vortex. Ooh, they get Chef. Chef is actually going to use Divine Storm to try to survive this, but it's going to be to no luck there as he does fall.
Yeah, and ETC and Arthas are battling out top, and it looks as though ETC is going to be able to pick up control of that top shrine.
Oh man, if he hit that,
there.
it would have been a kill for sure. This bottom 4 is going to fall quite quickly here. You said this, ETC able to cap that top shrine, and Dragonite is open for business.
Yeah, there's no reason they shouldn't be able to take this. I mean, Nazebo's going up to try and contest it right now, but they are down their support. They don't have Uther right now, so it's going to be a little bit scary for them to push in. And if Barrel Boys wants to bully this, they absolutely can, and we can see that. Yeah, really smart play there from Cloud9 Vortex. They should be backing up here. Actually, really nice. They're contesting the top shrine. Arthas is up there. How long can he sustain that fight versus ETC, though? That's the big question. Looks as though they've actually not even touched each other. Just backing up, and Arthas is going to rotate down to try and stop it. Yep, okay, we see that's the...
McIntyre bullies Nazebo out. No spiders today. Well, that's a good day when you don't have to think about spiders.
Yep. Level 16 was just hit for Barrel Boys here. We have Blood for Blood on Kerrigan. Double Psystorm on Tassadar. Not something that we used to see that all the time with the Archon build, but now it's usually been Prescience and Dimensional Shift. But going into that double strike, just trying to get that extra DPS out of that Archon mode. Extra mines for Hammer for more disruption, and Stone Skin on ETC just to make sure he survives.
We see Kerrigan going in on Bobby Henkel really hard here. They have that root going down as well, using the rewind to pull him into the dance just as that insurance policy. Once he's dead, Cursed Fury cancels out the dance because he's actually pretty much...
Yeah, I mean, they pulled their front line right out of that fight there, and it's basically the rest of the team has to poke from behind the structures. It's too scary for them to go forward, especially when you consider ETC, who can just dash on through, displace you from the rest of the team, and you could end up dying too. So they're going to lose this keep for sure. There's no reason that they would be able to defend this without their front line.
Maelstrom is back up here, so that's only the Mosh Pit on cooldown right now. They do have the 1 hero advantage for another 10 seconds, but with the keep, that's all they need. Yep. Dragonite, 2 seconds. Boom, bam, goodbye.
And Arthas still down for another 2 seconds. They're actually going to take this opportunity while they have map control to just secure the offensive mercenary cancel. We see iDream is pushed a little bit too far forward, and he gets eliminated so fast.
Yeah, blown up there, but the Hinterland Blast after the Divine Storm is big. We see the shielding coming out from the Maelstrom on Kerrigan, and no one is going to get killed from that. Kerrigan is, of course, pretty low, but the heals from Malfurion are real. The full-on heal build with these healing wards are doing a lot of work. Bobby Henkel, will he survive?
Oh, so close. Yeah, I'm not I mean, iDream obviously made a mistake checking, just poking down just to see if they were taking the Giants or not. I mean, I guess they could have assumed that that was the logical play from Barrel Boys to do that. So
you can't do that with a Kerrigan, though.
Yeah, and so poke down got blown up really fast. And the problem was the rest of the team committed to the fight with the Divine Storm and then the Hinterland's Blast right after. But Arthas wasn't anywhere nearby. He was still running to catch up. So you had sort of half your team fighting, and then you didn't have your front line there. That's why the fight didn't end up going so well for C9 Vortex. And as you can see, the map's slowly turning all red as Barrel Boys continue to have the stranglehold, this control the map going into a 2-level advantage.
I mean, look what it says here. 3 forts. 6 forts.
6 forts.
They haven't lost
twice as many forts.
And one of those forts is a key.
Wow.
Those Merc camps, well, like you said, all red right now. Every single Merc camp except these bottom bruisers has been taken. And with Nazebo cleaning up the top lane, that's going to be a 5v4. Likely more bruisers going to the hands of the Barrel Boys.
Yep. And they're just taking the safe play. They're just making sure they keep control of this. And we do have level 16, that Jake's pointing out here, with Ollie's really nice Observer UI for us. Oh. Yep. So we can talk about that a little bit. We just see the specialized toxin for Nazebo. That's just to increase his auto attack damage output on other heroes. And we just see a little bit of a chase.
Yeah, they're going on in. I mean, they want to initiate here. It is 5v5. All the heroics are available except for Army of the Dead, which has been popped here. We see those guys, those ghouls, healing up that Arthas. Just going to wait them out.
No, that was smart. They saw that it was popped a little bit early. That the fight exactly hadn't initiated, so they just backed up. So we'll just wait this out, and we'll come back in when we're ready.
And Bobby Henkel no longer has his ghouls to save him here. The Hinterland Blast going down, doing a lot of damage to McIntyre. The heals are coming up from Malfurion, but McIntyre is going to end up following that Ravenous Spirit. Its power is something you can't scoff at. I mean, Rarjar is going to take a lot of damage to this Archon, but at the same time, I mean, Fan has got to be careful. He's got the support help, and it's keeping him alive here. We see those heals are real.
They lose one more person. C9 Vortex has to be really careful. One more death could spell them the end of this game here. They have to be very careful in this defense. It looked good at the start, especially when they got that Hinterlands blast off and almost eliminating Kerrigan really fast, but a lot of people, they took a ton of damage in the process during that fight. ETC was doing a good job getting towards the backline of sealing Vortex and just disrupting, being absolutely obnoxious, as he should be during these team fights, and we saw that Barrel Boys ended up picking up a 2-1 lead during that fight.
The mule is making its way over to do its job and save this tower. Will it succeed? It looks like it will. What a good mule. What a good mule.
But still, yeah, map control still in Barrel Boy's hand right here, and they're going to be able to pick up another Dragon Knight. We can see that, yeah, Blinks doesn't want to be the one to go in. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense considering he is the sustain for their team. Fan is going to be the one to volunteer to jump into the Dragon Knight, and they're going to be pushing hard again.
These Giants are showing up on the map, so they know exactly the positioning of Cloud9 Vortex. They're actually going to end up getting to steal these Giants and push on in with the Dragonite. Very unfortunate for Vortex. Sprint is used. Roger didn't have a decision. He realized he was in a bad spot, and now Sprint has been used. This is their defense. 1 minute left on this Dragonite.
This is the last stand right here. If they lose any members, it could be lights out for this game number 1 for Cloud9 Vortex. We see Fan is going in. He's going right on that core.
And the damage is real, but it's falling really quickly. The Ravenous Spirit is popped. Does he punt it? He opts not to use the punt with that there. And the Ravenous is just kind of going to town right now. Strafe going in as well. The healing from Malfurion is so real, though. Every single member got low, and they're just getting topped off right quick here. They have the zombie wall going down, and we see that Uther has fallen here. ETC still in the front line. He still has Mosh Pit here. Does it go off? No, he goes off, but he falls instantaneously.
Yeah, he overstepped his bounds a little bit there. I think he was probably overestimating the amount of health that he was going to get back. And that's
nice juke, but the Envenom is going to be enough to secure that kill. And Maelstrom is popped here by McIntyre, forcing back the Arthas right there. And honestly, they don't have the Dragonite, but they still have the aggression.
Yeah, do they have the sustain needed to really push in here, though? I think they're probably just, if Roger dies here, that could be it. Yeah. Oh, really nice leap there from McIntyre, and I think that they're going to push in for the kill here. I don't see why they wouldn't be able to. We have a full heal build, Malfurion. We still have Tassadar with that healing ward available.
I mean, this hammer alone, just blowing up this keep from, or the core from a safe distance here. The zoning of these roots is insane.
Got that catapult in there. Bobby Hankill is trying to push forward to convince Stremmel to back up, but it's just not happening. And they're pushing hard, and they are going to take game number 1. Congrats to Barrel Boys. Taking out game number 1 in this losers final, Kings of the Storm 5.
I mean, look at the charts there. Mrs. Hammer topping out the siege and the hero damage.
I'm trying to tell you guys, they just don't listen. Hammer's pretty good in this map, but that's a lot of healing.
Yeah, look at the healing.
71k healing.
Just on him, plus you have the Tassadar. Yeah. That's what we're talking about,
Power
guys.
Of the full heal build.
Yeah.
It's real.
I probably should hit the right button.
Such bracket.
Wow, what a convincing game. I mean,
yeah.
Vortex is the team. Ooh, you wanna grab that?
You wanna grab this thing?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just getting real fat. Oh boy.
Yeah, but Vortex, very convincing play. Such cat.
She doesn't like getting on camera, guys.
No,
sorry.
She hates it. She hates it. But, you know, Vortex looked really strong in the winners bracket. They took Maelstrom out 2-0, and they made it up to the winners finals, fell to Tempo Storm, and here they are down 0-1 to Barrel Boys, who I think they lost. Was it round 1? Let's look at the bracket in winners bracket.
No, that's right. We casted that match.
Yeah. I do remember that.
Yeah, they did. Tempo Storm took a 2-0 advantage in the winners semifinals there, as you guys just saw. So, all right, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We're going to get that next game set up for you guys. This is match point for Barrel Boys to move on to the grand finals.
Into the money zone.
Into the money zone versus Tempo Storm. So stick around, guys. We'll be back in just a few.